withdrawal. And Mr. Nolan wishes to speak. I recognize for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, I would like to speak to the bill in its entirety, if I might. And having been described as Rick Van Winkle, having left here 32 years ago and come back, I'm so old. I was here when Don Young first came to the Congress. And of course, I've been asked time and time and again how things are the same and how things are different. One of the things that remains the same, there's a lot of very bright, capable people here that are eager to serve. One of the things that's changed so dramatically is the partisanship. And I know we all heard it in our last election contest. People want to see more collaboration, more cooperation, problem solving, fixing things, getting things done. And that's been eclipsed by what's commonly known as gridlock. We had an exciting day in the Agriculture Committee, about 10 hours of it. Went till midnight last night, and it reminded me of the way it once was. There were numerous instances where we were able to set our partisanship aside and fix some things and improve the bill and make it a better bill. And with that in mind, I'd like to say a couple things about this bill. First of all, I know there are those here who oppose the Keystone, largely because of the tar sands practice. But you know what? That's a Canadian decision. That's not ours. The Canadians have been very good about going their own way, regardless of what their big brother to the south would like to see them do. So the question is how are these oils going to be moved? Are they going to be moved by the tens of thousands of trucks and railroad oil tankers, or are they going to be moved by another pipeline that would go to the West Coast? There are many of us on this side of the aisle that support Keystone. And in that regard, I'd like to associate myself with the remarks of our ranking member, Mr. Rahal, and Mr. Walls, and the others who support this, but want to do it in a responsible way. And I want to point out, as our good friend Mr. Davis pointed out, there are many pipelines going up and down our highways and byways and all across this country. And they've obviously been approved through the normal regulatory process. And that's what's so different about this bill, because it does waive the administrative process. It does waive the permitting process with regard to construction and maintenance. It does waive the environmental regulations. It does waive this non-U.S. based corporations tax liability. It waives responsibility for cleanup. And all for a non-U.S. based company. And in my judgment, it's a prescription for disaster. And so before we vote on these amendments, I'm pleading with the majority here. Give us something. Give us something. Show us a little compromise. Show us a little collaboration. All we're asking for here is let's treat this pipeline the way we treat all of our other pipelines that are being approved. And albeit, yes, they all too often take too much time, and there's a lot of things that we can do to streamline that procedure, but not at the abandonment of everything that protects our health, our safety, our environment, and all that is portrayed in these amendments. There are many of us who believe that we can have progress and that we can do it in a responsible way, that progress does not have to be in conflict with good health, safety, and environmental considerations and regulations. And these amendments here are a very genuine, honest, sincere attempt to bring us to that point. So before you vote, give us something. So all of those of us on this side of the aisle here who agree with you can vote with you. And so we can move this project forward, but in a responsible way, in the way that any other domestic corporation would be treated. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentleman, and with that...